Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to tell you about the top 5 assets that you should invest in. According to Robert Kiyosaki's definition of an asset, it is anything that puts money in your pocket. A liability is anything that takes money out of your pocket, and the big mistake that poor and middle-class people make, according to Kiyosaki, is spending their lives buying liabilities instead of assets. To build wealth, assets, such as cash, must exceed liabilities, such as debt. Watch this video till the end for a bonus. 1. Your network. Although we don't buy our network, it still remains our most valuable asset. The people we have real and meaningful relationships with. It can be relationships such as mentorships, business relationships, friendships, family relations, romantic relationships, acquaintanceships, etc. Social media is a good way to connect and meet people virtually, but they're only effective if and when they become real relationships. Real relationships is someone you can call and text to meet, is more effective, can be easier to cultivate, and grow because it enhances the experience, offer a more effective form of communication, easier to pick up social cues such as facial expressions, vocal tone, mood, direction of gaze, body posture, dress, proximity, orientation, and physical appearance, and triggers oxytocin when physical touch is present. Oxytocin is considered the love hormone and is associated with empathy, trust, and relationship building, and all of this contributes to our happiness and success in healthy relationships. Added to it, cultivating strong relationships with people inside and outside our industry presents us more opportunities, outlooks, and ideas. And a study published by MIT claims that university-educated entrepreneurs who had large and active alumni networks tend to be more successful in their various endeavors. Plus, networking and having a strong support network, people who help us achieve our goals, can help shape us for the better. Although we can network anywhere, it is important to find like-minded individuals, and we can do this by attending networking events by finding events on websites such as meetup.com. 2. Stocks. Investing in stocks is one of the best ways to create money over the long run and has the highest potential in return. As I previously mentioned, saving isn't enough due to inflation and low interest rates. So, it's best to put your money in other investments. With so many different stocks, it can be challenging to decide which one to invest in. You can buy an individual stock, or you could also go for an index fund if you're a beginner or don't have time to do research on companies. I would recommend that you go for funds such as S&P 500 since it's the collection of the 500 best performing stocks, so it's less risky than individual stocks. You also receive a dividend, which is one of the ways people make money from stocks, and you can use them to buy other stocks or investments too. If you invest $500 USD monthly in this fund, then you can be a millionaire in 30 years. As a dividend investor, I like stocks that offer dividends such as Apple, CVS, and General Motors, which I'm holding for the long term too. I also like exchange-traded funds, ETFs, which is a type of security that tracks an index, sector, commodity, or other asset and can be purchased or sold on a stock exchange the same as a regular stock. Some ETFs I like are SDY, VGI, SPHD, SCHD, and SPYD. If you do decide to invest in individual stocks, remember to not invest based on emotions such as panic selling, which will trigger a capital gain or lose whenever a stock is sold. Don't invest the money you can't afford to lose. Invest when companies go IPO, do research, take analysts' ratings in consideration, past doesn't predict future, etc. 3. Cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency, crypto, has helped numerous people get rich and addresses the need of a decentralized government, especially after the news about GME's stock being shorted. Thus these are some of the reasons that is fueling enthusiasm around crypto. Crypto are digital currencies that are based on math and use an online ledger with strong cryptography, a secure communication that allows only the sender and recipient of a message to view its contents, to secure online transactions. But these transactions require a lot of computing power. Over the past years, crypto has been the top performing asset class and even breached the $1.3 trillion mark, which makes crypto the 5th most valuable asset by value in the entire world. In fact, CNBC reported on March 8, 2021, that the overall value of Bitcoin surpassed $1 trillion for the second time after hitting this milestone for the first time on February 19 of this year. They are considered the digital gold of the fourth industrial revolution. It's compared to gold because there are limited supplies and both can be mined, and Bitcoin is mined by going through a series of algorithms and requires a lot of coding. And it gets harder to mine a Bitcoin after successfully mining it because the algorithms get harder. So, it costs a lot of energy, computing power, and money to mine a Bitcoin. However, one Bitcoin can potentially make you a millionaire, and there are people who made more money from cryptocurrency than their stocks, and some students, like Nikki Bizzetti, used Bitcoin to pay for their tuition and books. With tech companies pushing boundaries in tech, being endorsed by CEOs, and companies accepting crypto, people have argued crypto and blockchain are the future. However, they are highly volatile and not very efficient due to Bitcoin's energy use. If you are interested in learning more about Bitcoin, learn about quantum mechanics and how it affects blockchain. 4. REITs, real estate investment trusts. Real estate has generated more millionaires than any other investments. There are people who want to own real estate but don't want to manage it. If you are one of those people, you might want to invest in REITs, which offer investors a way to add real estate to an investment portfolio and earn dividends. Plus, they're less risky than stocks too, since real estate tends to perform better, have more resilient cash flow, and real estate properties tend to grow over time. The IRS has instructed REITs to pay at least 90% of their taxable income as dividends to shareholders, which makes REITs one of the most income-producing assets available out there. There are different kinds of REITs, and it is important to understand each REIT. For example, healthcare REIT tends to do better when the economy is down, whereas hospitality REIT is the opposite. 5. Farmland. Farmland is becoming hot. Apart from real estate, farmland has also been a major source of income for numerous people throughout history, has historically made higher returns than real estate, produces products that are in high demand, and will likely always be. Jay Garati once said on the Capital Allocators podcast with Ted Seides that farmland gives high single-digit returns with around half of the profit coming from farm yields. On the other hand, the other half of the income comes from land appreciation. And for those who don't know, Jay is the president of Farmland Opportunity, which is an investment manager worth around $400 million. Farmland Opportunity offers ownership of row crop farmland in the United States. You can also buy farmland through a crowdsourced solution such as Farm Fund Drive or a publicly traded REIT. As a bonus for sticking until the end, 6. Time. Lastly, your greatest asset is your time. Don't waste it and use your time wisely because it is a limited resource and never comes back if it's wasted. Time is money and you should use your time wisely. However, what that exactly entails is up to you. Think about your goals. Do you want to build wealth? Do you want to establish a successful business? Do you want to travel the world? Or you might have a noble cause and are looking to start a non-profit organization. Don't let time slip through your fingers and use it doing the right things so you can achieve your goals. For this purpose, you will have to learn how to manage time properly, and time management goes hand in hand with focus management too. I would recommend that you create a plan and use your time accordingly. Moreover, crafting out an actionable daily schedule is also a good idea to manage your time, meet goals, and priorities more efficiently and effectively. Final thoughts. All investments carry some risk, but there's no growth or fortune without some risk. This list is my opinion, but there are other assets too that you can buy, such as bonds, properties, precious metals, Pokemon cards, vintage video games, human capital, etc. That's all for today's video, and thanks for watching it. Let me know your thoughts. Stay tuned and take care.